Shalom Akim, giving all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah, Bashim Kakadash, double honors to the apostles, to the elders and bishops and great millstone. Salute to you, sincere Akim out there of the hopeful elect. All right, this is all about the elect of the nation of Israel. That's the only ones who's going to be delivered out of the oncoming destruction that's going to take place in America and different parts of the world. Okay, the Lord is going to deliver his elect out of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. All right. But the entitlement of this video was gonna be America is played the fuck out. All right, America's played out, man. You know, that's a term we used to use back in the days. Played out for something that became irrelevant. Something that was once popular and became irrelevant, man. You know, and that's what America is, man. You know, at one time America was the beacon of light to the rest of the world, all of the nations. Okay. But now America is no longer that respected superpower that it used to be. And it's because the Lord is basically picking America apart to the point where he's going to ultimately destroy it in World War III via thermonuclear missiles, okay, ICBMs, all right? So, this country is over with, man. And I got a couple of scriptures, to back up what I said, because that's that's a bold statement, man, to say that America's played out, and it's obvious because you can see it, with the job market, with the creativity of this society. Like every movie, a goddamn remake, man. There's no more real creativity, man. Every movie that comes out, TV shows are all remakes of old shows, man. The same way ancient Rome started to fall apart and crumble and dwindle away. Same shit with America, because America's Rome all over again, right? It's ancient Rome reincarnated. It's also ancient Egypt reincarnated, all right? In the book of Revelations and also different parts of the Bible, that when the prophets describe Babylon being judged, that's talking about America, because America's Babylon reincarnated, man. Okay? So America's finally about to be judged, and that's why this society is fucking falling apart, man. It's crumbling. It's basically played out, man. All of the magic of this society is basically gone, man. It doesn't have that enchantment effect that it used to have on the people. All right. I mean, you still got a couple of boneheads that still believe in this society. All right, but they can't see the big picture, man. All right, and they can't see past go. And you see down the line that America is basically falling apart to the point where it's going to be no more. All right, so I want to bring out a couple of scriptures. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 1. It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth. Who is the creator? The heavenly Father, Yahweh. Okay, in which Yahweh formed the blueprint to create everything that exists today. And he gave the blueprint unto his son, Yahweh Shai, who had a host of angels with him, and they created everything in this world, man. All right, so everything was created from Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai. All right, so it says, remember now the creator in the days of thy youth. So you got to acknowledge the Most High and his son while you're still a young man, right? While you're still young and still full of vigor and life and enthusiasm, whatever that, if I said the word right, you get my drift. All right, it says, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. All right? Yeah, man, because, the evil days is approaching. You can see it. All right? The youth, they restless. They don't have jobs. The job market is on a total decline. All right? All of these stores, right? These big mega stores and supermarkets and certain franchises are shutting down hundreds of stores all across the nation. Okay, you got Targets closing down, Walmart's, you got Macy's shutting down a lot of stores, and a lot of these stores, right, especially around this time, around the holiday season, is the time around where a lot of these stores did a lot of temporary hiring. They needed temporary laborers for because they would be overwhelmed with orders and people shopping and buying things, clients and such. So they need extra workers, right? But now all of these stores are shutting down. And this is part of the evil days that are approaching, man. All these stores shutting down. We got abandoned shopping malls in America. Okay, so the youth who are restless, they don't have jobs, man. Right? You know, these young men out here, these young women out here, right? Even some of these older men. Okay, a lot of people don't have jobs. That's why homelessness is on the uprise. A lot of people are, trying to suppress reality with drugs, man, and use drugs as a substitute to feel good about themselves, man, or escape reality. Okay, so that's why it behooves you as an Israelite to come back to the fold, man. All right, get familiar with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, and He will certainly take care of you, man. All right. Okay, it says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. Yeah, because we still here, bro. All right, the Lord still got His prophets out here teaching the word, breaking down scriptures, man. Letting our people know who they are, letting them know who the enemy is. Most importantly, glorifying and praising and honoring the name Yahweh Yahweh Shai, so you can know who the Creator is. Okay, we still out here teaching, man. All right. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Okay? And that's what's happening, man. Big corporations, man, are shutting down. Multi-billionaires and millionaires outsourcing it, are outsourcing jobs to foreign countries and saying to hell with America, man. You clearly see that this place is fucking done. All right? It's clear as day. People are overtaxed, no jobs, right? The government is investing more and more in foreign wars and foreign aid to other nations, and are not concerned with the citizens right here in their own country. Okay, so the grinding is ceased. The job market is a wrap. Okay, it says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And we see that, man, especially during the pandemic, man, right? During the 2020 pandemic, we've seen a whole lot of businesses shutting down, man. Little mom and pop shops shutting down, right? Losing their little businesses to the bigger franchise companies, right? That basically obliterated small businesses, man. To the point in the streets, you've seen stores that used to be out there for years were actually boarded up and abandoned. Okay, bought out. It says space for rent or space for lease. Okay, all right. So the job market is fucking done in America. There's no real work out here, man. All right, and then the people that still have jobs, that maintain to keep jobs, they're not making enough money to support themselves, man, independently without having to depend on government, a welfare system, all right, human resource compensation and such, all right. So it says, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Okay, yeah, the voice of the bird is what? Early in the morning. Most people go to work, start their day off early in the morning to go to work, all right. But we don't have that no more, man, because there's no jobs out here. So the people have become restless. Crime is increasing. Okay, all right, and communities that seem like they were at one time thriving has wound up becoming ghettos, man. People leaving the big cities, urban areas, and moving to more rural places in different states and such. All right, so leaving the inner cities, especially, to become crime ridden and neglected. Trash all over the place, rats, roaches, vermin, just fucking running rampant all throughout the communities, man. Okay, so this is what you get. And it said the daughters of music shall be brought low, and you can see that, man. The music industry today, right? With these fucking clowns in the music industry, everything is just selling sex, promoting drugs, right? Promoting the killing and the death and adultery of the people. It's just pure evil, man. Okay. It's pure evil. There's no real substance in the music, man. Okay? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19. This is the verse I'm looking for. Let me see. The book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 14. It says, the Lord has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Okay? And you see, America's definitely has a perverse spirit on it, man. America is modern day Egypt, so you can understand. Okay? All right? Because America carries on the same philosophies of ancient Egypt, the worship of the sun, worship of the obelisk, which is the phallic symbol. Okay? Because this is a homosexual nation, man. All right? Though in the pharaohs of ancient Egypt and all, the citizens in Egypt, they was into all kind of immoral sexuality, man. Okay, filled with homosexuality, bestiality. All right, pedophilia, incest. All right, this is the same shit that takes place in America, man. All right, sun worship, most importantly. All right. So America is certainly Egypt. In the two scriptures, the prophet Isaiah said, the Lord has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. All right. And that's why everything is all jacked up, man. This is a super immoral place to live, man. You got what you call it, trans people. Okay. Men dressed up like women, women dressed up as men, transgenders and such, whole bunch of damn confusion, man. All right. And people promoting that, they're not only are they promoting that, but they're exposing that to children, all right, to get the next generation to want to become the opposite sex, all right, and they allowing them to do that, man. You got parents that are getting their kids' genitalia chopped off, man, all right. Okay, so this shit is beyond wicked, man. It's super perverse. All right? It says, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work, which America is Egypt. And everything that's done here in America is pretty much wicked, man. From idolatry, because you can worship any kind of God you want. Okay? So idolatry, certainly, you definitely have the freedom to worship any type of idol or God here in America. Okay? All right, and then the rest of the immoral activities that come along with that, child sacrifices. You got the sex slaves and human trafficking. Okay, the drug market, the pharmaceutical industry, illegal narcotics, running rampant in the streets being sold. Okay, it says those are the works that cause America or Egypt to err. It says, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Okay, which is basically straight up disgrace and disgust, man. All right. It reads on to say, neither shall there be any work for Egypt. That's right. And that's what I said earlier. That the job market is basically fucking finished because this country is played out, man. This country's played out. The big American companies, especially just look at Detroit, Michigan, man. All right. You have these cities called the Rust Belt, right? With cities like Pittsburgh, Buffalo. They used to, manufacture steel, and they used to do coal mining. That's back during the time when America was thriving. Now it's called the Rust Belt, showing you that the steel industry has become rusty. Okay, and that's why all of those major cities in the Rust Belt region of America, Babylon the Great or Egypt, all right, most of them cities around the Great Lakes, okay, they've all been depopulated, man. People have fled from them cities, man, because there's no work. And all of those are pretty much the worst cities in America, man. Very crime-ridden. As big as New York City is, when it comes to New York State, New York City is not the worst city in the state. In all reality, the city of Buffalo is the worst fucking city in New York State. And that city is very much smaller than New York. But the job market and there's no work in those cities, man. A lot of those cities like Buffalo, Rochester, New York, they used to depend on the steel industry and certain blue collar work, certain blue collar manufacturing work. Okay, which all of those big companies they left those cities, man, leaving them cities in ruin, man. Buffalo, Rochester, New York, those are the two worst cities in New York State, man. Okay. And then you got other cities around the Great Lakes, man. Okay? Detroit, Michigan is one of the biggest examples, man, of the future of America. It's basically all fucked up. No work, man. All right? So it's all crime-ridden. All right? It says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Okay, yeah. So from the big, from the big CEOs of these Fortune 500 companies that set up these corporations in these cities, they outsource a lot of their companies to foreign countries. Okay, leaving no work in America. Okay, leaving very few jobs left. A whole bunch of stores are closing down. A lot of factories are shut down. Okay, all right. And like I said, a lot of these companies done outsource their companies to foreign countries, man, Southeast Asia and such. Okay, all right. So America's fucking played out. It's done. The head represents the bosses, the CEOs of these Fortune 500 companies, the millionaires that actually own these countries, and the tail represents the workers. That's why it says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Okay? All right? And a lot of these companies fucking went under, man. A lot of these companies went under, and it hurt and affected the little people the most, in which the little people, okay, for the most part, are you Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians. That's why you in these dire positions, man. All right? And that's why, the Jakes is restless doing smash and grab jobs, running up in these fucking stores and snatching everything up, robbing and looting these fucking stores, man. And which is, a lot of these companies and corporations are losing a lot of money, man, and they're forced to close down a lot of fucking stores, and there's no work. Okay? So this country is done, man. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 7. It says, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Yeah, Babylon, which is America. Once again, Babylon is America. Okay? It has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. At one time, America was the beacon of light to the rest of the nations, man. Back in the 50s, America was just thriving, man. Okay? The oil industry in America, like I said, the steel industry, the coal mining industry, it was a lot of work in America in the 50s, wherein a man can support a whole family by working one job alone. Okay? By working one job alone, still bring home the bacon, as they call it, right? Turkey bacon in our cases, right? We're Israelites. We don't fuck with swine. Okay? But that's the saying, a man bringing home the bacon, meaning he's able to take care of his family, provide for his family, as a husband and a father should do. Okay? Well, a man can bring home the bacon and still have a little extra money to play around with for himself. That's what was going on back in the 50s, man. Back when America was a thriving country, and that's why everybody would seek to come to America for opportunity. Okay? It says, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. All right? Yeah, so, the other nations accepted the same philosophies of America, which is democracy, right? A lot of these other countries, they got the title Democratic Republic in front of the name of their countries, man. Okay? And they joined the UN, and agreed to certain global policies. All right? That was basically set up by the Western nations, mainly through the U.S. Okay? All right? But you see, democracy didn't work out for them other nations, man. So now these other nations are mad. With democracy comes a whole bunch of other shit. Christianity and, and women's liberation, right? The protection of homosexualities, of the protection of homosexuals, right? And if you pass harsh laws on homosexuals, then you got countries like America that want to sanction you, okay? As a form of punishment. So the other nations are mad. They mad at America. They fucking done with America, man. All right, and more importantly, so a central banking system that a lot of these countries have agreed to take on, right? Through America, okay. It reads and says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her, if so be she may be healed. So Babylon is suddenly falling, man. So from the 50s, right, when the 60s came about, all these, different wars that America's been involved in, right? Like the Vietnam War, these little proxy wars, man, and the influx of drugs coming into America, illegal narcotics, you can see that America's just been fucking falling, man. ever since. You know, ever since. That's when that's when the drugs started spreading even more into the suburbs, man. You know, with the so-called white man, it started coming in the so-called white man's neighborhoods, man. You know, and America's been fucking falling ever since, man. It says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed, and America's ultimately going to be destroyed in this third world's war. It says, how for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. Okay, and you had certain presidents, you know, that try to stimulate the economy by, bringing out stimulation packages, okay, in which that did nothing but further cripple the economy, man. You know, through inflation and hyperinflation, in which that's what we're experiencing now. The inflating prices of everything, from things in the supermarkets, right, for food, for groceries, to your daily hygienic needs, right, to even fucking fast food, man. You know, it's like the price of everything is just fucking skyrocketing, man. It's inflated. You know, buying clothes and think daily necessities, man. Okay, so America's not healed. It's becoming harder, and the people are in a crunch. They're getting pressure from above and pressure from below. All right, and it was mostly to do away with the middle class and have and have either rich people, either you rich, which that's a small number of people, right, or you basically dirt poor and have to depend on government. Okay, because that's what it's all leading to at the end of the day, man. All right. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. Okay. Yeah, man. So they tried to heal Babylon. They tried to stimulate the economy. The shit didn't work. Everything is getting worse. Jobs are being outsourced to foreign countries. Okay. All right. That's why it says, forsake her, let us go everyone into his own country. Okay. Because America's finally being judged. Babylon is being judged, man. And this place is played out, man. It's over with. All right? It's over with, man. You know, back in the 80s, fashion, you had to have the you used to have the corner boys and hustlers wearing big giant rope chains and all of that, right? And that shit was popular at one time, man. Okay? But you see somebody wearing that today, you're going to look at them like they a goddamn moron. What the hell is this fool thinking? A big dookie rope chain? That shit is played out. It's played out. Well, it's the same thing with America. One time America was thriving. It was popular. They had all of the movies and everybody was proud to be an American. But now look at it. The shit is played out, man. It's played out to the point where you got some of America's own allies trying to join the ops. Putting in requests to join the ops, which is the BRICS nations. America's ops is the BRICS, right? Which is Russia, China, India, Brazil, and all of that, Okay? So America's done, man. It's finished. And if you can't see that by now, man, then guess what, man? You're gonna become victimized right here in America when Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah actually comes back to destroy this place, man, and just put the cherry on top of the cake. All right? So it behooves you to come back unto the fold, man, and in praise and honor Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, who is your creator and your maker and your power, okay? And come back to your true nationality as being an Israelite, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians. So I'm in this video on that note. Say Shalom, Wabarakim. Hopefully this was an edifying lesson to you, brothers. Abaratazah. See you in the next one. Shalom.